Today on the channel, we take a look at two Asgardian Marvel Select figures in the Destroyer and Thor. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into Marvel Select again with two Asgardians, the Destroyer armor, as well as this Thor. So you guys know I've been picking up these Marvel Selects. I got a bit of a rule. I'm only picking up figures Marvel Legends does not make and bigger figures. Well, the Destroyer fits that category. We'll get to him next. Thor, what am I doing? I'm breaking my own rules here. I'm getting crazy. I picked this one up off of Amazon. You know, these typically are $25 to $35. This is a little older figure. But Amazon, I always put stuff in my cart, and I wait, and I see. And the price fluctuates on these. I think it was like $28, $29, and it went down to $19.99 shipped. So that's when I said, caught me in a moment where I said, that's a great deal. I'm going to pick that up. I always liked Thor. But this doesn't really fit my criteria for Marvel Selects. It's not a typically really big figure, and it's not one Marvel Legends hasn't made. So I'm breaking my own rules already. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. I'm going to need to sit in front of the mirror and maybe reflect for a couple hours, just looking deep at myself and looking into my heart and say, Kyle, what are you really doing out there? What are you doing in this world? What have you become? You're a monster. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say all that. But I'll save that for later. Maybe that'll be a good bonus video. Kyle's reflection in the mirror for an hour and me just talking to myself. Kind of like I do with this video. Anyways, Thor, it's a cool figure. It looks awesome in pack. I couldn't pass this up, like I said. For $20, I love that price, especially on these. I feel like I'm getting a heck of a deal, especially when you throw in that shipping. Knowing it's like $11, $12 to ship this thing, I really basically got it for $8, $9. So, very cool. Open it up. We'll talk about it. Let's see. But let's look at the package first. There's Thor. His classic uniform. This is what I think of Thor. I think of this. I really enjoy this Thor, but I also enjoyed bearded Thor and bigger Thor and stuff like that in the comic books. So, but there it is, very cool. Looks like he comes with a rock to stand on. We'll get that opened up. There he is. There's a classic comic book scene Thor right there. That's what I read as a kid. And then the back of the package, of course. So we're promoting Hulk and Rhino down there. And let's see, a lot of words here. Let me read through what it says about Thor. Ages ago, Odin, lord of the Asgardian gods, desired a child who would one day exceed him in power. I think that's what we all want as fathers. We want a child that one day will rise up from the ranks, rise up and take over and take charge and take the lead. So I'm hoping my daughters one day will pass on and start taking over this YouTube channel. They'll start doing all the reviews. I better not hold my breath because I don't think that'll happen. But there you go. But my dad, I'm sure my dad, you're watching, I know you are. I'm sure he dreamed and said, you know what, in like 40 years, Kyle's going to have a YouTube channel. He's going to review figures. It's going to be the greatest thing. I'm almost positive the day I was born, my dad thought that. 1980, said, you know what, Kyle's going to have a YouTube channel one day. He predicted YouTube, predicted the future way in advance. All right, let's see, where were we? Let me get my glasses. Odin wooed Gaia, the Earth goddess, and from there, Union Thor was born in a small cave in Norway. So, the home of black metal is where Thor was born, in Norway. Of course, makes perfect sense now. Odin took him to be raised in Asgard by his wife, Frigga. What a name. That might be my next dog's name, Frigga. Thor grew in power and popularity amongst the Asgardians, and on his 8th birthday, at the magical 8th birthday, I'll never forget my 8th birthday, I believe I got a bunch of LJNs. There you go. And on his 8th birthday, Odin had the hammer, Mjolnir, I can never say that, Mjolnir, created for his son, enchanting it with powerful magic. Odin decreed that Mjolnir would be presented to Thor when his son had been proven a worthy warrior, after spending the next 8 years training. So that would put him at 16, me doing the math right there. Performing heroic deeds. So, like, he was getting the paper, I heard, for like old ladies. He would run down, get the paper out of the box, bring it to their door. You know, they'd pay him in cookies sometimes. I heard that somewhere. Somebody can fact check that. I think I read that in the comic. When he was performing these heroic deeds, Thor was given the hammer and declared the greatest warrior in Asgard. That's all it took. You know, I was very similar. I used to go get the paper for my grandma. I'd run to the mailbox and get the mail. And I became a hero to my grandma doing that. So I'm very similar to Thor. It's very comparative. I think you could compare those two very easily. But there you have it. So there's the Thor. Let's open him up. Let's get this guy open and see what's going on. Sometimes these are easier to open from different points depending on the figure. Look at that ripped piece there. See you later. What is going on here? Come on. It's fighting me. I'm gonna give it a little entrance point here. They didn't want anybody opening this Thor. They wanted this a mint in box Thor. There it is. Get him out. Rip that out. See you later, Larry Bird style. That's a 3. That's a 3, folks. All right, let's open this up. Let's see if there's anything good that they're promoting. I love these things. It reminds me of the old Kenner days. For you, oops, ripped it a little. If you guys remember Kenner, they used to have these little pamphlets, and we've seen this pamphlet way too many times. Red Hulk, Thor, Black Panther, Sabretooth. No thanks. Don't need anything there. Not even fun to look at anymore at this point. See you later. All right, there's Thor in the plastic prison. Look at that. I love that red cape and the blue and the silver and the rock. Just a really cool, and there's the rock, falls right out. Very cool display base. You don't have to use this for Thor. You can, obviously, but this could be used for a lot of different ways. You put Magneto by this. I could see a lot of uses for that. Let's bust old Thor out of here. Got my handy scissors. Not as many to open as some other Marvel Select figures. As you guys know, Marvel Select, they lock their figures in. They don't want anybody breaking in. They don't want anybody stealing an accessory or anything out of them, which is to be commended. But boy, it makes it some riveting channel videos when you're trying to unbox these guys, that's for sure. Everybody likes to watch a guy with scissors. But the claim still stands. If I cut my finger off or something like that happens, I get blood, I'm going to stick with it. I will not abandon ship on the video. Ugh, come on. I won't abandon ship. I will stick it out. I'll stick it all the way through. Alright, there we go. Now we got a pocket. Jeez. See you later. There it is. Clear the table here a little bit. What do we got? Now, alright. Not terrible. Not the greatest thing ever. I like the Marvel Legends version better, to be honest with you. The 90, I think it was a Walmart exclusive. 80 years. I like the black wash on this. This is a cool comic representation of Thor, for sure, but not as cool as the Marvel Legends ones. Obviously, the Marvel Legends one is a little bit smaller, but at the end of the day, a nice display piece. As of right now, I have Billy bookcases my Marvel Legends, Marvel Selects are going into. Some of these ones that won't fit or go with, I think I'm going to put those on the very top of that case is my plan. And as of right now, that's where I'm thinking Thor's going. He's going to go on the very top of that case. But I like this little rock he comes with. You know, Marvel Select, I don't always like their bases they put with them, but I like this one a whole lot. I think there's a lot of extra use in this one. There's a lot to it. It's very cool. And it's so plain that that's why it works. It's not too intricate. It's not too much. It's plain Jane, and that's what we need sometimes. So there you go. A little Marvel Select Thor action. One of Asgardian's greatest warriors, as I read on the back of the box. Just groomed at 8 years old. Just amazing. Just amazing times for Thor. But that's it. That's Thor. Let's get on to the one I'm most excited about, and one of the figures that have caught my eye for years, and part of the reason I went down the Marvel Select road, and that is the Destroyer. Alright guys, next up we've got the Destroyer, and like I said, this is one that really got me going on Marvel Selects. I've been eyeing this one in the old Juggernaut figure for a long time. I saw this, and I said, you know what, I'm jumping all in. And that's what I did. I picked this guy up off of eBay. It was like $50. I didn't want to pay that price, but it's such a cool looking figure, and something Marvel Legends have never done, so I had to get it. Lo and behold, I get this for $50. I go to my local comic shop, and they have one sitting on the shelf for $25. Oh, you know, stuff like that just eats away and ruins my whole day. You know, one of my mottos on here, I say it all the time, gotta get a deal. I hate overpaying for figures because you overpay for that figure, that takes funds away from a different figure you could have got. I always want to get the best deal I can out there. I want to pay retail or below. And believe you me, if I'm ever looking for something, I'm scouring for a deal. I'm checking every available option before I make my purchase. And I blew it that time, and it really eats away at me. Luckily, I did buy this one for $25. The other one was in a little bit better condition. I'm opening it. I don't care about condition. The other one was in better condition. I did sell that on eBay, and I did get my money back. So, moral of the story, it all worked out well. I can sleep well again at night, but it really ate away at me for a while. Gotta get a deal, folks, and I recommend that to all of you guys. Get the best deal. You never know. But The Destroyer, a big meaty figure, part of that first Avengers or Thor movie. I can't even remember now. I think it was the Thor movie, I believe. One I am shocked that Marvel Legends never made a Build-A-Figure for. I thought that would be a huge layup, a slam dunk, an easy one, but it never happened. There has been talk of them maybe possibly revisiting some of these Marvel movies as, you know, the 10-year anniversaries and stuff like that approach. I would not be shocked if we didn't see them make some of those MCU characters again in a wave and maybe a new Build-A-Figure like a Destroyer. So that's probably what will happen once I, bought this and open this. It'll get announced in a couple of weeks. I would not be shocked. But let's take a look at this Destroyer figure, huh? There he is. Big, bad, meaty, huge sword. He's got the Odin head, and we'll get to that when we open it up. Got the typical Marvel Select packaging we've seen before. Too big if you ask me, but there's a cool shot on the side. And then there's the back, and let's see, is it story time? It could be. I gotta read this thing. Oh my. When the Celestials threatened the destruction of Earth, Odin, the All-Father of Asgard, created the Destroyer armor. Once it is inhabited by the spirit of a sentient being, it embarks on its mission to destroy. Powerful beings can amplify its strength 1,000-fold, but only powerful minds can guide it in less destructive tasks. Although it did once fulfill its task of facing the celestial host, it was defeated. The Destroyer armor has far more often been used against Asgardians and humans. So why wouldn't you get rid of it at that point? If it's always turning against you, I don't know, just pro tip there. Loki has dispatched the Destroyer against his brother Thor. Thor has physically worn the armor to take on Hela, Queen of Hell, and Odin himself donned the armor to battle his son Thor, wielding the Odin sword in the brutal contest. And we got that represented here. This 7-inch scale Marvel Select action figure of the Destroyer features approximately 16 points of articulation and includes the Odin sword, as well as the interchangeable head of Odin. And for those long game players out there, sculpted by Jean St. Jean. So nice, they named her twice, apparently. As long as that is a female, or it's a guy, I don't know. So there you go. And also be on the lookout for Thor, which we just talked about, and then Savage Hulk, which in another weak moment I picked up. We will have an unboxing of that one as well. So there you go. That's the Destroyer. Let's see how he looks up close and personal. Gosh, these are falling apart. See you later. See if I can get him open, huh? Maybe. Come on. Come on. I don't know. These last two packages have been a little strange. There it is. We're getting in there. We're making a mess, but we're getting in. There's that. Shoot, do we even dare read the solicitation at this point? Larry Bird style. 3. Boom. There it is. Got it out. All right, let's see. Are we going to see the Sabretooth, Red Hulk, Black Panther, and Thor? That's my guess. Oh, of course. You got to see it. But we got Green Goblin in there, too. Don't forget him. Nobody needs it. Nobody wants it. See you later. See you later. Let me get the old scissors out. There it is. Big, heavy, beefy. That's what I want out of my Marvel Select. I want a big, beefy figure. And that's what they gave me. Hopefully I held that long enough for you guys to see it. I think I did. Alright, let's go. Let's get Odin's head out. This one's got a little more twist ties than Thor. I don't know. It's a love-hate relationship with these twist ties. I love it because they keep it in the pack. They keep everything nice and tight. At the same time, it's just a little ridiculous. The overabundance they put on some of these. Jeez. We're getting there, though, guys. Bear with me. Need some good waiting room music here. Maybe some Accept. Some Udo style Accept. You know, Princess of the Dawn. Oh, better yet, maybe some Saxon. I think we all love Saxon out there. You know, denim and leather brought us all together, but it was you that set the spirit free. That's what I've been hearing. All right, are we here? Get that out. Pop that out. Slide that sword out, I bet. Oh, yeah. Raining twist ties. See you later. Pick up your very own See You Later shirt at belowthecollar.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Be the stylish guy around. Or gal, of course. Oh, my. These are some joints that are beyond stiff. Big, beefy figure, just like we thought it would be, with joints that won't even move. I think I have to heat them up with a hairdryer. You'd hate to break it, that's for sure. But look at that sword. That's a big one. Odin's going to wield that thing and wield it with a vengeance. You got the Odin head, one-eye Odin. Now, for me, I will not display it with this Odin head. It's got to be straight up bad guy destroyer. That makes more sense in a display, if you ask me. Well, I could see that little thing coming off. You could break that off very easily if you're not careful. There he is, the destroyer. Going to look great in my Thor display that I'm working on. Knees and elbows, or the knees work well and the legs work well. But boy, those arms are stiff. Oh, there we go. Broke it through. One thing about all of these Marvel Selects, they have a lot of sharp points. You can ding yourself, hurt yourself, changing heads on like the Carnage figure. It's dangerous. You got to be careful. You can't be just recklessly doing these things. But there it is. I like that a lot. See how easy this head pops off? Like butter. Just right off. Throw Odin on there, see what he looks like. It's alright. It's just not as cool this way, though. But I guess if you're into this kind of thing, he looks way too big. I mean, the Destroyer is big, but look at him next to Thor there. That's just not quite the scale I'm looking for. But like I said, I won't put Odin on there. I think it looks much better with the Destroyer head. Pop that bad boy off. Put this back on. Yeah, much better. I love how easy those heads went on, though. That went on very easily. I love this scale difference here. Very cool. I did bring out the Thor I was talking about. I talked earlier about Marvel Legends, the 80th anniversary Thor. This is the one. This is the money one. If you don't have this, what are you waiting for? Find this guy on eBay. Find it on Mercari. Find it somewhere. This is probably the best Thor of all time, if you ask me. Not too different than this one, but different enough. Very, very cool. Let's see, so that scale is alright. So this scale is okay for me. This is what I'm talking about. Marvel Select, big figures. They scale very well with some of these Marvel Legends, and I like this point of difference. He could even be a little bit bigger if he needed to be from the movie, that's for sure. But like these, I like all these figures. I think they're all slam dunk. This Thor, probably not going to fit with my Marvel Legends, but these two, I'm definitely, well, obviously Marvel Legend right here, but the Destroyer, definitely going to be in my Marvel Legends display. Slam dunk. Totally recommend going out and get that. It's one of the biggest misses of Marvel Legends in the last few years, if you ask me, especially the movie figures. I wish they had one, and I do think there will be one before you know it. But there you have it. That's the review. That's the Marvel Select and our little trip to Asgard today. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like the video. Leave me your comments. Did you pick up any of these? Did you have the Destroyer? You guys let me know your thoughts on these Marvel Selects, and let me know your favorite Marvel Select. Maybe there's one I'm missing the boat on out there that's not a big figure or something like that. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on that. And then while you're there, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We say it all the time. We got unboxings every single day. We got figure reviews. We got deep dives. We got all kinds of stuff, display tours. You name it, it's all here on this channel, so why would you not subscribe? Subscribe to the channel. Check out belowthecollar.com. Get a See You Later t-shirt. SirPaul64 on Twitter, at @the_Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. And for Thor, the Destroyer, we'll throw Odin in here. And then Marvel Legends Thor, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.